Like got mindset of I'm going to take out those Vikings and just was baited right into it. I think he almost negated the little advantage that he had gotten there with Jinro moving into position. A siege tank was taken out, but once those Vikings came into play, he wanted to push forward, and that was actually pretty good probably for Jinro. He's going to move back and not lose any more units. Again, we got these supply depots going up in the back. Pain.User worried about that back door and just continuing to hold off here at the front.
Looks like Pain.User is just going to defend this area by his gold expansion. He is getting a good amount of unit-producing structures up. He has 4 right now, getting his 5th, but meanwhile in Jinro's main, we see that there is a lot of unit-producing structures going down. He already has 4 and is getting 2 more, but he has more reactors and more tech labs. So we do see that combat shield actually getting upgraded before stim. That's a very interesting decision by Jinro, but apparently he just wants to be able to absorb more shots.
I could be wrong, but didn't he do that in the last game too?
I actually wasn't even paying attention.
Okay. I thought it maybe stim came a little bit later. Not sure. I'll have to look at the replays. Rock's going down over here. Rock's going down for both players, actually, as some Marines will move forward, have some vision of that tower, and see that there's one Marine just standing up there all by himself. Looking at what else is in production, Pain.User is going for the stim. More tanks coming out, a lot more for Jinro. Sensor towers also being put down as well so he can get a good idea. And he's going to see, oh, Pain.User marches right past this army.
Oh.
Jinro might be going the other way.
Looks like Jinro really would like to kill that one off. Oh no, the command center gets spotted. That's actually a gigantic problem for Jinro. He does not want to have that be known at all, because that, of course, will signal a good time for a timing push. We see Pain.User getting an impressive tank count himself.
Oh, moves up, the siege goes on. We've got a fight with the Vikings here, and Pain.User actually might win this one. 2 Vikings very low, 1 more volley will do it. Wow.
Looks like Pain.User won the exchange. Pain.User has the vision advantage, and therefore his tanks can shoot Jinro's, and Jinro just has to take it, barely gets out in time. More tanks coming out from Jinro. There's the rescan. But looking at the unit counting station, looks like Jinro has far more Marines, 18 Marines out right now, and more SCVs.
Yeah, he does. Of course, Marauder count just a little bit higher. Tank count about even. Viking count also about even right here. And you like how Pain.User has decided to go ahead and spread out his tank, really maximizing the distance and the radius that he's got to do a lot of damage here. Jinro continuing to move forward here, and that gold is going to be going down. So as Pain.User knows about it, we'll see how he decides to react.
Oh, such beautiful inch forward play there by Jinro. And uh-oh, will he lose that tank? Ooh, does manage to escape in time. Now keep in mind, that is a reactor starport on the camp of Jinro, so we'll be able to win these Viking battles. And oh, that is not what Pain.User wants. He's trying desperately to run away. The Marines with stim are advancing, but notice how important this center cavern is. Both players really need to control the airspace around it.
Yeah, this is actually a very, very cool battle. It's sort of back and forth to see right here. You pointing out that hole in the middle and how they just continue to work the distance around it. It looks like he is going to, Jinro, just keep on trying to move forward, and he does have this one tank in range. Another one will get taken out, and these Marines also, if not careful, may take a little bit of damage too.
Very, very nice inch forward play by Jinro. It looks like that is the tactic that he wants to abuse throughout this game. Oh, man. Marines apparently vulnerable as well, and there's the Viking cluster. Look at how aggressive Jinro is with these units that most people consider to be passive. This is the advantage of having vision on your opponent. You get to pick things off very, very easily from the distance.
We had a couple takes for Jinro move up. More Vikings come out, but the numbers are still in favor of Jinro.
Oh, Pain.User tries to pick off tanks and gets obliterated. Jinro is just slowly creeping forward like the nothing from the Neverending Story.
And now MLG is officially complete because Day 9 has dropped a Never-Ending Story reference. Thank you.
Yeah, it's my goal.
Very nicely.
And oh, looks like Pain.User's trying to do a swing around attack. Jinro, does he even have stim yet? No, he does not have stim. That is the latest. He hasn't even begun researching it, pulling back now through this planetary fortress, and it looks like the Vikings and tanks of Jinro are continuing to push on this backside, but that planetary fortress is going to be a huge defense boon for Jinro.
Yeah, I mean, Jinro really pushing from both sides, but he doesn't have to push so much from the left side because he has that planetary fortress here. So Pain.User just making making sure that he's not going to be able to inch his way up to this gold. Of course, he's got it too, and we got another attack over here at the gold, just being right outside of the range of that planetary fortress. Scan goes down, and we will have some units taken out here, but he might be forcing Jinro to move these other units over here to help protect this.
This is an outrageous blunder by Jinro to not have stim at this point in time. Jinro's continuing to press his advantage with vision on this side, but is having to walk Marines up to tanks, and it looks like Jinro will be able to defend Thor in production right now for Pain.User, but oh no, this gold expansion is rapidly falling. Everything is very vulnerable from this distance, and one tank is in range of that planetary.
In comparison to the last game, right now Jinro with an epic food advantage, 173 to 105 right now, and it's amazing just that Pain.User has been able to hold on this long with the very meticulous and detailed method of Jinro moving forward here. He is eventually going to bust this gold, it looks like, and I am not sure what Pain.User is going to be able to do.
I mean, the only advantage that Pain.User really has right now is that he has stim, so he has mobility, and Jinro really does not have that at all. And Jinro sweeping in from the top side, picking off these medevacs like they're nothing. And Jinro is moving forward with such a huge force. There's the stim from Pain.User, but the tanks are splitting up so smartly. There is the Thor, and landing the Vikings up on the high ground. That Thor ends up falling very quickly. Vikings doing huge damage. Pain.User in a terrible spot, and there's the inch forward by Jinro. See you later, siege tanks, and the rally's getting picked off even by the planetary.
Very nice. The Vikings will fly over, again giving some great vision there, and this will be it for this gold. That planetary fortress is not being repaired there. Finally goes after the repair, and they will manage to keep that alive, but more tanks being taken out here, more units being lost, and Jinro really doing a great job moving forward. Now coming in from the backside too, added a Banshee into the mix as well. He's got control of the air, control of the ground. Great job by Jinro.
Unreal. It's like watching a boa constrictor play Starcraft. He's just inching forward and just gently squeezing from both sides until he's going to suffocate Pain.User's gold. And there is absolutely nothing Pain.User can do about it.
I think that pretty much he's got him on lockdown. So much has been spent just trying to defend this area around here, and you can see more units being pumped out here by Pain.User. But looking at the food count again, 192 to 82. The gap continues to widen here in favor of Jinro. And Jinro, although having lost the first game, looks like he will tie this series up 1-1. And we may be forced to a third map unless by some miracle.
Well, I mean, this planetary fortress is literally a sink for the minerals. All he's doing is repairing it at this point. There's one mule doing some action, but the tank does get picked off, and Jinro continues to scan. Oh, Pain.User with the scan sees that there's too many tanks to engage. I'm going to continue to come back here and ask why stim has not been researched, but either way, we have mined out main from Pain.User. We do have that armory out, some Thors en route, but very dangerous situation. And the Banshees now, too.
Yeah, that's gonna, I mean, I just don't even know what Pain.User thinks he can do right now. He's gonna inch forward a few units that he has remaining. Possibly losing these forces may warrant the GG. But I don't know, maybe it's like, not until you take out this planetary fortress, man.
I mean, that planetary fortress is going to be awfully hard to kill with every single SCV Pain.User has remaining repairing it. But here comes the crunch in, and there's the good game, and the planetary fortress will finally fall. So that ties up our series 1-1. What map will Pain.User choose? Oftentimes in these situations, people do tend to panic and choose a map where they have some goofy cheese planned instead of choosing something more standard like Temple, where he did get the win. But no, Pain.User sticking his chest out, staying strong, playing on Metalopolis.
Very good. We're going to create the game right now. Sorry, I was in my head. I was like, didn't we play that one already? And then I was thinking about a different matchup, so. No, we haven't. So Metalopolis is going to be the third and final map of what will eventually move one of these players on to go and face TT1. The other one drop down to the lower bracket, inviting the players in right now. Thanks for coming out here for Championship Sunday of the MLG 2010 National Championships. 2010 been great here. Looking forward to 2011, but we still have to crown a winner here today. And the finals will be a little bit later on as we continue to move through the brackets. I know you're excited for that day.
Dude, I am pumped. And, I actually asked Jinro about the stim in that game. And he responds, why no combat shield game 1? So many questions. So I think that was a tactful dodge. But he also points out that stim without medevac isn't that good, especially considering how many tanks were out on the field.
I'm very slowly here getting everyone into the game. My apologies. Trying to get Jinro in now, and then we can go ahead and get started.
And now Metalopolis is going to be a real test of the player's fundamentals. On Lost Temple, we saw some very nice unit movement by Pain.User. He can use that to his advantage on Metalopolis. That inching forward play is going to be pretty nice as well on Metalopolis, but on Xel'Naga it works much better because of how close together the two sides of the map are. So definitely going to be interesting. I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
And we're going to get confirmation that both players are ready. Game 3 of our second semifinal up in the winner bracket. LiquidJinro taking on LGPain.User. Both players look like they are ready to go. And we're going to make sure Jinro didn't pick random right there. Good. We got a TVT here, and the winner will go on to face TT1 in the winner bracket final.
Both these players are one game away from being